Our Brightboards. Ride bright and be seen.
Hi, I'm Ryan Sampy. I came up with the idea for Brightboards 3 years ago. Once I heard of the competition, I pitched the idea to compete with two hand-selected individuals, Megan and Sebastian. After some convincing, they accepted and made me the manager of a top-notch team.
Hi, I'm Sebastian Fallon, the coder. I take Ryan's concepts and Megan's advice to design a software applications that makes the product a reality.
I'm Megan DeVoe, the business analyst and tester. I take Ryan's concepts and weigh potential costs and rewards. I also bring prototypes around to potential customers to find flaws.
When I heard about next-gen tech at my school, one of the first things the presenter said was, "This project is not about making the brightest, flashiest, most technological item there is." But there's a problem, because that's exactly what we are doing. Brightboard's goal is to be the brightest, most personalizable, easiest to use, app-controlled LED device on the market. The Core is an app that allows you to choose any design or combination of colors for the device that you can attach to bikes, longboards, and pretty much anything else you would want to. When my group and I started this competition, we didn't want to just present concepts and ideas in front of some lousy PowerPoint. We really wanted to push ourselves and make it happen. So our self-made requirements for this competition was to make an app that connects addressable lights that allow you to pick colors and basic designs, but ideally make a fully functional app that allows the user to pick one of many customizable designs and even make their own. But Brightboards isn't just an app. We would also make a device that can be easily applied to anything so anyone can brighten up everything they want to. As we can clearly see, Brightboards on the left is much more visible than a non-lit up board on the right. The same result is also shown when you can see the Brightboard's tech applied on the left bike long before you can see the normal bike on the right. Now let's see what our tester has to say.
Hi, I'm Rachel. I've been testing the Brightboards device for the last week now, and I can't even explain how cool it is. You can't ride down Corona Beach without at least 10 people asking what is it, how it works, or who made it. And if they're not asking questions, then they were looking at it. It's the definition of an attention grabber. I have even noticed when riding through my neighborhood, cars give me more room when passing by, and they notice me from farther away. 3 cars even pulled over to ask where I got it. I think once the team gets the app connected to be working, they'll have something great going for them.
Let's talk competitors. Attaching LEDs to things has become a big trend lately. You can find a kit for anything from horses to television screens, but from what we have seen, almost none of the kits you can buy that can be controlled by your phone are truly addressable. And the very few that are truly addressable are meant for inside use only and only support 8 pre-programmed designs. While our finished project will ideally have an ingress protection rating of 68, which means that it is protected from long-term immersion up to a specified pressure, which simply means that it can be used underwater. Our app also supports many more than 8 designs because you will be able to upload your own if you wish. The largest player in the longboard LED market is Board Blazers, but like most products, they are cheaply made and have very few features. You have to buy a specified color. That's right, you only have one color that never changes. Unless you buy the color changing ones, which will give you many colors, but they're always changing and have no guarantee to be synced with each other. Not only do you have very little choice in color, they are not the brightest things. I've seen them sold as pawn lights before, and every photo of them is either edited or taken in ideal conditions. It's hard to find a dominant brand of LED bike lights because most of them are selling the exact same thing, some cheap Chinese spoke clip-on light system. Most of these systems are fixed color, and few have the ability to change color, but there's a major design flaw in almost all the most popular bike LEDs. They are on the spokes. Might not seem like a big deal, but when you're on the road, you're usually traveling parallel to the drivers, thus allowing the tire to block the light coming from them. They are nowhere near as safe as the frame-mounted Brightboard kit. You can't have a next-gen tech project without some problems. Let's talk about them. As the software side of this project was developed, Sebastian started coding in Swift, until he realized that connecting to a Bluetooth module took about 80 lines of code to do correctly. After learning this, he decided to change to MIT App Inventor 2, a simple app creator that has a call function to show all Bluetooth signals within reach. The reason for the app as a whole was to send a light spectrum from your phone and have it connect to the actual lights, acting as a remote. Since the LED string is full of individually addressable lights, the code sent could be exactly precise. The language that the app was sending was originally just a 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on for every feature that would then connect to a Boolean statement check on the Arduino, and it would run the said check if the Boolean returned true. This, however, didn't work. Because of the limited space inside the Arduino as a whole, we then had to decide to change our perspective and looked for different ways to send the light signal when we came upon the fast LED library inside of the Arduino language. This library helped remove lots of work that Sebastian had previously been doing and made it possible to condense the code. However, since Fast LED is a recently added library, when he would search for answers on common coding community websites, there would be little help for such specific questions. Through much trial and error, we were able to condense all of our functions, but it was still too much space to fit onto the Arduino. This issue prompted yet another change, and through searching, Sebastian found the .write function, which would take an incoming signal and supposedly write the code to then be run. We then had a formatting problem where the setup for the .write function was conflicting with the needed variables for the fast LED library. After much trial and error, we came to the understanding that if we have the syntax in the Bluetooth on the proper setting, instead of having the app send out a simple 1 and 2, we could send out code like this. This code simply makes the lights from 0 to 144 turn from full off to full white. Currently, we are stuck at sending longer scripts. We have been plagued with a problem of not all the data being sent, or somehow one of the variables has been messed with. But, in between coding sessions, Sebastian has also created a logo with our slogan,
Brightboards, ride bright and be seen.
Everyone in my team has been constantly learning from this competition. For instance, this competition has improved my leadership, problem solving, time management, soldering, and product/app design skills. But making this required video has forced me to learn Premiere Pro from the county-provided Adobe Suite, Audacity, a free audio editing program, and public speaking skills. I've even picked up a thing or two about coding from discussing problems with Sebastian so often. Sebastian has also learned a lot more about Arduino coding and app development, but Megan, she's learned a lot.
Already in this competition, I have learned a great amount about product development. When working as a team, it is extremely important to have strong communication skills. This comes to play with deadlines and making sure everything gets done correctly. Also, critical thinking and overcoming obstacles are important because every team will face problems and setbacks that they will have to overcome, including us. Creativity is also a major part in developing a product that works and that a customer will enjoy using. One of the major things being that the customer is key. Throughout the whole development process, you should always be thinking about what will benefit the customer most and take into account what they have said about the product and change it accordingly. In addition, throughout the development process, you should give it to testers to see what the next best step would be.